Hey everybody, I know the day. I know what day it is, and I forgot to turn on the closed captioner.
It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I hope the day was restful and or productive for y'all. Here we go. Now we have the auto captioner. Everything is... We're living. We're here. Hi everybody. Hopefully you're doing well. A random person is in my house. Not a random person, actually. That's Val. Yeah. So, yeah, Big Valkyrie came by to come visit for like a bit. Yeah. So, yeah, she's here. She's hanging. So, Maeve says hi. So yeah, she's here. She's hanging for like she'll be here for like the next week or so. Slightly less TM, but she should be here for all of the streams that we've got in the upcoming week up till this Sunday. So yeah, hopefully everybody has been well. The rice problem has been conquered because it turns out actually that like having like friends in the kitchen to help you like cook and things like that is helpful for getting that done. Hey Kettle, Happy New Year, Kettle. I think it's been a little bit, but I am happy to see you. Happy New Year. Good to see you. Hopefully the new year is treating you well, at least so far. Alrighty. I meant to open up the dome for what I was doing. Hey, Rigel. Alright. So, let's do this. Open this up. Happy New Year. It's been a minute since I watched the streams. I miss it. We are happy to have you back. Straight up. I don't even know who I'm more envious of. What am I supposed to say to that? But
I think I got
Val says that probably it's her. Got a pretty good deal. I have no idea if the mic can pick her up from that far back, so
If you missed it, I said I love you, Lynn.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yep, there's the love you back. Yep. There we go. That's good. Wait, NBA. Am I understanding what I... Jen, don't. Don't worry. Jen, it's okay. We love you. Don't worry about it. It's all good. No stress. Hey, Cosmo. All right. Let me. Man, I'm turning. The chaos is already beginning. We're barely 10 minutes in. Damn it! I forgot to turn off, and I still forgot to turn off the night warning. Probably. Sorry, I was slapping the table so hard I caused the camera to fall over. Just, man. Okay. I'm together. I got this. I'm gonna go turn off. I'm gonna go turn off those alerts so that I don't have to keep deleting Nightbot talking every couple of minutes. Need to go to Nightbot's website. There we go. Okay, we got it. We're cool. Content warnings off. Hush. Alright. Cool. It's handled. Alright. Right. So today is more stuff with Viral Core Busters. I've got a little bit of movement on Mystery Game. but there are a couple of things that we still gotta bake before I can put that back on stream at some point. So, can you believe that I actually forgot what my own goddamn resub notification? Thank you, Sasha, for the 14-month resub. Can I please get an exclamation point hype in the chat? Deeply appreciate it. Wait. Jesus fuck, it has been. That's a long. What is happening with time? Time is soup. We always get you with the double jump scare. Yeah, and I'm not even wearing headphones, and it still happens every time. Why am I being assaulted with dumpies? That's like me forgetting the hype train process and doing the choo-choo. Yeah, every time. Yeah. To quote the great scholar Jotaro Kujo, yada yada does it. Anyway, right. Okay. Game dev stuff. Right. Don't you like Nice Plus SJ? Come on now. So, about that game dev. A little, but yeah, a little. I've been told to be gentle with you today. No, law. Oh my god. Why am I being assaulted with Dumpy? No. Y'all couldn't have. Look, this is the grand tradition of black men. You're right. It's true. We like big butts and we cannot lie. Okay. Yeah, you got me. Anyway. Fuck. Alright. Okay, right. Let me show y'all things I've been working on in between all of this. Or like while stream wasn't going. Oh, did I? Damn it! Did I break the? Did that break? It looks like something broke. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Shit. All right. So I had it working previously where like the nice little recharge meter would do recharge meter things, but apparently that has stopped working, which means that now I have to figure out why it stopped working. Am I Sir Mix-a-Lot? Anders new info. Oh no. Y'all are so messy. I can't stand y'all. Not one of you. Can't stand none of y'all. Okay. Okay, let me see where or how I broke this. Though, if auto booster enabled, it's true that it didn't turn auto booster enabled, and it's not. I'm not messy at all. I'm merely pointing out a cosmic law of the universe. Motherfucker, you lie as you breathe. If I ain't heard a more bold-faced lie in my life. Alright, let me see if I can figure out why the bars stopped filling the way that they were supposed to. Okay. We're sitting when we need a good Shan roast. Exactly. Okay. So that is doing the thing it's supposed to be doing, but then why? I am a sweet angel baby, we all know roasting is your first day. You lie as you breathe. Wait, is it because I was fucking with the scale? Is that why? I don't even know if I have. I don't know if I have that as a. Yeah, that's not even a thing that. Yeah, I don't know if I have a bot that keeps track of that. But okay. I'm trying to see if there's something else I screwed around with that caused this to basically just go horribly straight to shit. Actually, I can pretty easily verify. Like Shan, I can absolutely drag you right now. I can right now. I can literally look at this thing right now and say exactly when you started following. And then I can go back into the message log if I really have to, and I will pull up the very first day that you sent a message in this chat. I will do it. I will expose you. There's no escape from me. I'll do it if I have to. Never let it be said I was not willing to square. You a lie. Behave yourself. Alright. Also, hi Meerkat. I saw you sneak in between me attempting to like read everybody for Phil. Okay, so then why is... Okay, so that's doing that. So then why isn't it actually changing its fill? I just had this working too. That's so annoying. I came into you lie like you breathe. Didn't realize the day ending in Y and Shan. I like how she's over here trying to do serious recall and we were just being complete gremlins. Yeah. I accepted this. I accepted this though. I accepted that this was going to be exactly the way this was going to go. Okay. 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 So we have this booster subview. You 800, and this becomes 512. Okay. So then, how do I get this thing? Okay, so you're doing. So then, why? I'm trying to figure out how I got this thing to do the things that it was doing, and I cannot. Okay. The progress bar 700, 100. It's filling the whole space. So now why can't I see the actual value? Oh yeah, the friendly neighborhoods, those My Friendly Neighborhood streams, that was real shit. I'm legit glad I'm not working so I can hang out more. I really miss hanging out and anime nights. Yeah, it's good to see you again, Kettle. Right. Okay. So my real question is, why are the sub viewports acting like this? Back to how'd the salmon come out? Okay, excellent.
I mean, were you expecting it?
I mean, not necessarily, but I eat my own cooking all the time, so okay. Cosmo also says hello. Yeah, she also says hello back. Alright, let's see. Okay, that's that. Oh goodness, why is this one in this? Why is this one in? Okay, go. Targeting 3D skeletons, stuff like that. TLTF, stuff like that. All transforms to Delta. Water fox. Group things being weird. Okay. Blender animations. Don't need that. No. No, Squishy. Bake Valkyrie from chat. And also in the Gilded. Her. Literally, she came by for. Okay, on the Gilded Harmonic Flare. My brain is having like a fart. Yeah. No, not Munity co-creator. But yeah, no. Literally came by for a visit for a week. So we're here, we're vibing, kind of doing that. Exploit the properties. I'm trying to find the thing that I was looking at for how I got these things. No, y'all don't have to. If anything, she would encourage the misbehavior just because she loves seeing me suffer. It's the answer is no. And let's be real. Even if I said that the answer was yes, would you actually? I mean, you would actually. I know that you would actually, but let's be real. We all know the answer wasn't going to be yes. Yeah.
Y'all are correct. I support gremlinry. Keep it up. You're doing great.
Yep, there's your answer. There's y'all's answer. Yeah, it's because she was standing in the back, and my microphone is good, but it is not so good as to pick it up from like halfway across the apartment or quarter way across the apartment. My eyes don't measure. That's not the way that they do. That's not the thing that they do. That's not their responsibility. They look at things and then go, "No, silly, that's closer." Okay, stuff. Okay, so the thing I'm trying to figure out right now is port. Okay. So then the order was this music is great also. This is Carl Brueggemann's or Carl Brueggemann's Sonic-esque soundtrack. Basically, it's like big. It's meant to like be basically fake. What's what I'm looking for? It's meant to be fake Sonic-like music. Yeah, it's meant to be fake Sonic-like music for a Sonic game that is not real. So. So we have yeah, I bought the album from Bandcamp first time you mentioned it. Yeah. I think I used some tracks maybe at back screen when I stream. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we don't want fixed size. Okay. You may also want to check own world view picture. Okay. Sub viewport. Own world view. Okay. Oh, yeah, I remember you talking about that. Most importantly, SJ is in heckin' cutie as is all of chat. Can't argue. Thank you, Squishy. I appreciate it. Hey, Stubby. This down. This one up here. Here. Let's deal with the booster meter first. What is this? Literally hitting you. Really? With the Ultraman Sasha? God. No! Y'all are so messy. Peach could maybe kill a man if it tried very hard, but it would be the pits. I know what's going on, but I'm still going, what is going on? Okay. So, for whatever reason, I'm not sure what it is, but the nice little progress bar that I had doing fills and everything is refusing to fill the way that it's supposed to. And this makes me very upsetting. How long has it been that I forgot every command? Okay. That works correctly. But why?
Today I'm going to show you
Oh, hold on, I need to turn off
development practice speaking.
this. Okay, I did all of that. So then why is it not updating? Did they ever release more Stoic Validate? I can't remember. No, still Volume 1. They're doing some, I believe they're still working on Volume 2, but as far as I know, right now, they're still doing Volume 1 stuff. Okay. made Devs made a free game on itch to play with the Validate characters. Super cute. Okay. Oh yeah, I think I remember hearing about that. Okay, there we go. Now the bar is working. I don't know why it wasn't before. Weird. All right. Oh, I guess because I adjusted stuff, right? 1000. There we go. We want the booster bar to be a little bit longer than the charge bar is. So this is 20. Charge shot meter sprite is at set over here. Alright, I gotta fix this now. Progress bar 650. Okay, so 650. Alright, cool. Okay, much better. UV texture, this one. Alright. So yeah, now when you do the booster, when that top bar is full, you can boost again. And you boost in the correct direction. So today, there are two things we're handling. First thing I'm going to figure out is, well, no. First I'm going to figure out how to make sure that I just have regular projectiles appearing when they're supposed to. And then the next thing we're going to figure out after that is going to be other stuff. We're gonna put the inputs. Wrong one. Assign an attack button. Let me see here. Project settings, input map. Okay, no, I did assign one. It's just not doing anything. Okay. is not happening. Oh, that's why there's no signal. I didn't finish this code. Alright. There we go. Okay, let's see what breaks horribly here. Okay. Right, I need to set this up. Done. Recharge time. Equals... Where did I put it? That's the question. Okay. So this here is getting upset because if you look over here, gun recharge timer node, I never finished setting up that code. So let me take a minute here. Come over here. We want this. So we're just gonna do get node timer gun recharge node. Charge sprite 3D node. We're gonna get node. Hold on. What I want to do is I want to come over to I can just copy this code from Funks Booster. So basically what I'm doing right now is just making sure that I can get into the attack state and it does the behaviors I want before I start actually worrying about like getting projectiles to show up. So we're gonna come back over to the skill. All I really need to do is I need this basically for this part. Bars container, and I want bars container. I want this one. And then we're gonna do gun recharge progress bar node equals gun recharge sprite 3D node dot get node progress bar. I'm gonna explain this in a second because I realize this is a little bit more complicated than what we've done previously, and I want to get to like the nitty gritty of that. Go down for a second. Sub viewport. Then after sub viewport, we want charge shot progress bar. So here's the way that this all kind of works, right? When we are setting up nodes over here in the ready, like this, I need to keep track of like the 3D sprite for the gun's recharge meter, because to explain this in very short terms, the basic idea here is that because a lot of viral core busters is happening in a 3D environment, I can't do what I've done for like Shoot Lancer, where it's like, okay, all I need to do is just like throw down a I just need to like throw down 3D progress bars and everything is fine. It doesn't quite work that way. So I have to set it up so that there is a 3D sprite for each meter that I want to represent. That sprite needs to have a viewport, and then the viewport inside of it needs to have a progress bar. I didn't have to do it in specifically this order, but this helps keep it all together. So what I'm doing here when I say gun recharge sprite 3D node equals all this crap, right? What I'm saying is there's a variable that I'm using to keep track of this variable right here represents this object right here. So I'm saying that for this object, we're gonna go to where the player script node is, which is this thing all the way up here. And we're gonna get the node based on a certain sort of direction that we're taking. right? So when I do player script node dot get node sprite 3D, I'm saying go up to the very top of the player of the like structure for where the player is and follow this address specifically. Go up to the top of the player, go into the bars container, and get the charge shot meter sprite node, and then set that as the sprite 3D node. Cool. Then when I come down to the progress bar node, I do gun recharge sprite 3D node, this thing that I just set, and go, hey, go inside of yourself, look for a progress bar. This is the address to that progress bar. And that's it. And then for this one, I can just do a flat out get node, because this script that we're in right now is on this object, right? And then so when I just put in get node without anything in front of it, it means check whatever object this script is on and go dig in there to go find it. So now I've done all that. Okay. Debugger is still upset. Gun recharge node relative to all of that. Okay, which means that I probably named this incorrectly. This one. So here I messed up because the name of the timer, if we look, is gun charge timer. I'll show y'all where that is in a second. Gun charge timer is what it's called, right? So I put in gun recharge node, but it's not what it's called. It's called gun charge timer. So what we're gonna do is do this. And then I need to change this. Gun charge timer node. And specifically, actually, I should put an underscore here, because the timer node or our gun charging up. And that's the part that I forgot to put in. So okay, good. So we're switching into the proper state. Now we just need to like actually make sure that the timer itself is doing the things it needs to be doing. So let's gun recharge progress bar node dot value. Oh. So here is the way that we handle this. What we want to do is express this value as a percentage. So because this is based on, it's going to be based on the timer node, there are a couple things that we have to handle here. Timer node max value. So I'm going to just do over here, gun charge timer node dot wait time is timer node max value. So we know for a fact it's that. So here's what we're going to do. So what we're doing here is that we're saying that the value is based on this mathematical formula. And I know this is weird when I'm sitting here saying you don't need math in order to be good at programming, but really there's another way of doing this where you don't have to do this specific formula and it still works. Math is a tool to communicate a thing to the computer but it is not necessarily the only thing that you need to do. Like this stuff up here wasn't math, right? And that's kind of the important part. So, but to kind of demystify this, what we're saying is that the progress bar for the gun charge, right? I should do this. It's not recharge, it's just charge. And the reason why I'm being so picky about my variables is because, my variable names is because naming them correctly is basically the only way that like you keep track of what each thing does. So here's the way that this works. Timers in Godot always count backwards, right? So because timers in Godot always count backward, it's one of those things where I can't just do timer value divided by max value, by whatever the max value is supposed to be in order to get the percentage. I have to do a little more math. Right, math can be good, but logic and just problem solving is the most important part of coding. Yes. All right. You know what it's time for? MS Paint time. Because I think this will help explain the thing that I was trying to get at earlier. So, basically speaking, for the and I can't be bothered to go get the tablet, so I'm just gonna draw with the I'm just gonna draw with my mouse. It's over here under the.
Wait, you can't be bothered to get.
It's in the bag, the red and black bag, the red black bag. Yeah, because I have to wheel over and do all that. Microsoft has yet to shitify Paint. I'm surprised. Paint 3D is a thing that exists.
Wonderful.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pen was attached over here.
There's all these accessories.
Okay. Alright. Good. And that's in and ready, and this works. Alright. Cool. Okay. That's not the spot where I wanted to put that. Thank you. Okay, here it is. Progress bars. Right? So ideally speaking, right? If a timer counts upwards, then the formula that you can use if you want the normalized value of a progress bar, right? So, so when I say normalized, I mean in this context, normalized here, meaning out of a, like, I mean normalized here meaning, right, a value between 0 and 1, right? So generally speaking, if we're talking about normalizing in the context of programming and getting like a normalized value, we mean a value that is somewhere between 0 and 1, inclusive of either, right? So for a progress bar, the reason why having the value normalized is ideal is because that means, so I'm going to put it like this. If you can get a value between 0 and 1, for example, all right, here's now where I have to lie a little bit and it's back to more math stuff, saws. So a value between 0 and 1, 0.2. For my math heads in the house, 0.2, how is that expressed as a percentage? %. 0.31. How is that expressed as a percent? How is that expressed as a percentage? That's not a 3. That looks like an 8. Jesus Christ. 0.31. How is that expressed as a percent? 31%, and so on, right? So, if you have a normalized value, it is very good for being able to translate percentages very quickly, right? So, what's happening here? So, the trick here is that the timer, right? The timer's max value is not 1, it's 1.5. However, if I am able to derive a normalized value with 1.5 as the base, then that means that I can get a percentage of some kind. So for example, right? To come back over here for a second. 0.75 out of 1.5 is the same thing as 7.5 over 15. 75 out of 150. And if you reduce 75 out of 150, it's 1/2. This is also 1/2. This is also 1/2, right? So yeah. So that's a fun thing about like systems based on tens, right? Is that past a certain point, if you need to cheat your way through certain math operations, if you just bump the numbers up until they're big enough that you're not trying to like figure out fractions and then bump them back down, your life becomes a lot easier. So 75 out of 150 is 1/2. That means that like 7.5 is halfway to 15 and so on and so forth. But I digress. Percents I can do, fractions I cannot. Yeah. And it's funny because, you know, fractions and percentages are basically the same. Fractions and fractions are just percents with no. Right. Sorry, Meerkat. I said 2 times I'd have to lie a little bit because this one time there was to explain the thing I'm doing. You're right. I'm sorry. I lied a little bit. It's okay. This content is for me. Yeah. So I say all of this to say this. The max value of our timer is 1.5. So, right. I should explain the other part of this now. Right? So, we have all of that, right? So, hydration, not dehydration. Okay, I'll get a drink. Hold on. And here you're giving sham flack. Yeah, I know. I'm getting a drink.
I lost track of your individuals here.
I have to go water us. It's some.
What's that? I watched a lot.
It's that. Good wash. Fine.
It turns out that wasn't this whole time.
No, I'm not going down. No, I'm pretty sure this. If you already drink from this one, you know what?
It's suggesting you should use heating wine.
That's also entirely fit.
Pretty sweet. Yeah, I am kind of counting that. Oh, I can see the game here.
Most of what I've seen get caught, and that's how they figured it out. Okay, no, how validation flex. Okay, that's all it was. God damn it, ad break started. Okay. So let me redo this while the ads are going, and then I'll. So for people who aren't in ad tell, once we're out of ads, for what I was explaining, complete with more content specifically for Maeve and nobody else. Since this is where we're at now, content for Lynn and nobody else, 100%, just bam, right there. As soon as we're back from ads now. I was standing up and didn't bother to get a snack. Silly me. Back. Nutri-Grain bar if there's any left, please. I'll mute myself. Oh, joking. Alright. Okay. Ad break should be done. So ideally everybody should be back from ad hell. Okay. So hydrated. So here's the deal. Like I was saying before, talking about progress bars. If the value is normalized, it means it's between 0 and 1. As we see over on the right, various values, when normalized, become incredibly useful for telling percentages and how far full something is. And even if you are working off of something that, for whatever reason, does not have a sort of like standard value that you're counting up to as the maximum, you can still get a normalized value out of it by making sure that you divide accordingly. Now, the only question is how do we make sure that we don't overshoot the range? Now, with a timer, this is pretty straightforward, right? Because a timer must have a max value. This and so therefore the max value is our basis, we'll call that, right?
Sorry, can I ask why a timer would need to have a max value? Or would you, like, if you have a timer that's counting up, for instance, or would you consider that a stopwatch?
It depends on the situation. In this specific case, so the reason why for a progress bar you need a max value is because there's got to be a point at which the progress bar stops, right? In the context of what we're doing here, the maximum value of the timer. So I'll talk about the progress bar in a second. But the maximum value of the timer in this particular instance is how long does it take for this thing to charge, right? That is why that has to exist. So if I go back to the booster as an example, because the one for the gun isn't gonna work yet, or it does, and I'm silly. Lol. So the booster, right? When it is recharging, how long does it take to charge? That is the value of that's like the timer's max value.
Okay, that's what you mean when you say timer.
Yes. So, in the context of this thing, right? Whatever the max value is, that's our basis, right? If we take current timer value over the basis, this gives us the normalized timer value. So basically, all that happens is that the normalized timer value is always expressed as a percentage, which means that, and the reason why this is good for us, especially as far as Godot goes, is multifold, right? If I did not do this, then in Godot, so in cases where you're like absolutely sure that you know what your timer value is going to be, you're not like going to be fussing with it, then this doesn't matter. But let's say that, for example, right, we are in a situation where maybe Funk will get a power up at some point that like reduces how long it takes his booster to charge, right? If I don't use variables to control, for example, how long that timer takes to fill back up, and I do it with just what's called a magic number, where I'm like, whatever, I'm just going to set the number here, right? Then I have to manually change the recharge timer's value in code, and then do it manually over, for example, in like the booster progress bar, right? I'd have to change the max value to something else and blah, blah, blah. It becomes a pain in the ass, right? However, if I know for a fact that I am always able to get the timer's current value as a normalized number, that means that any single progress bar I make in this game, so long as any timer related stuff or anything that I use to fill the progress bar, period, so not just the timer, for example, as long as I am passing a normalized value between 0 and 1 to the progress bar, and I put the step at like 0.01, as long as I do the right math going in, I do not have to do anything for any, like the timers, like the progress bars themselves will adjust their display rate and display speed and all that without me having to do anything but change, very simply, this variable. The only thing I literally have to do if I want the progress bar to adapt to whatever the charge time is I just need to make sure that I just adjust the max value somehow. And that's it. And then everything else updates on its own. Which is why we're going to all this trouble in the first place. It is a thing that I am doing now to save future me a headache when it comes to like dealing with other stuff related to this. Is that not what macros are? Plugins that you can customize, except that you don't have to learn macros you want to? Usually in most circumstances, a macro, as you have defined it, is more like a sequence of events that is run in order. So I'm going to use Final Fantasy XIV as an example, right? In Final Fantasy XIV, when you set up a macro in Final Fantasy XIV, what you are doing is literally just feeding in slash commands with the occasional wait in order for it to do stuff, right? So, like, for example, in Final Fantasy XIV, if I wanted to set it up so that, like, I sit down, wait a little bit, stand up, and then switch gear sets and then do a pose, each of those individual things is a different line in the macro, right? I go to macro, I would do like slash sit, slash wait for however long, slash oh yeah, I'd have to like unsit at some point. The exact steps are escaping me right now because I'm not looking at it in front of me, but when we talk about macros in that sense, Kettle, what you're really doing in the macro is just... Macros are basically just programming. It's just that you're using like slash commands or things that are all already happening. Like, so, in the context that most people say, I'm doing a macro to do this thing, you're literally just executing existing commands in a system in a specific order. That's it. Which is basically what programming is. It's just that if you're programming something from the ground up, you have to build the commands to execute first before you execute them. So if you know how to like use macros in Final Fantasy XIV, congratulations, you know how to program. Is it complicated? No, but it's functionally the same thing. So there you go. But I digress from the point that I was getting to. Math from scratch macro, it's more complicated than that. Because from a certain point of view, you can say that things, so like in C#, for example, we call a lot of these things, vastly simple. Yeah, like a lot of commands in C# are basically effectively macros, right? Because they run a set of instructions for you without you having to do the thing. If you go deep enough and dirty enough into the bedrock of the thing, then yes, you are basically just doing fundamentally math operations. But with functions, you are usually bundling different actions together into something a little more abstract. And every time you abstract it a little bit more, the easier it becomes to run things in tandem, because you just call the command, call the command, call the command, call the command, XYZ. But let me finish the thought that I was actually talking about with this part over here. Because all of that is true, but I'm also way off base from where I meant to be. So, here's the thing, right? If a timer counts upward, right? So if a timer counts upward, right? So if a timer is counting upward, then this is easy, right? You just do current timer value. You do the current timer value over the basis, right? But this is the complicated part. Godot timers, right, count down. So if the timer is counting down instead, then basically you can't do this, because what will happen is, or let me phrase that differently. You can do this if you expect the meter itself to... Okay, now we gotta do a whole other thing now, because I just realized that this is where we get into more shenanigans, right? Here we go. Gotta do this again. So, this is still true. To be entirely clear, this is still true. Now, it's more or less a question of what direction do you expect the progress bar to be running in and how that affects things. So if a progress bar is running from left to right, right? If the progress bar is running from left to right and you're using the normalized timer value as part of that, so if a progress bar is running from left to right and you're filling it with the normalized timer value, then you have to make sure that the NTV, right, we'll call it, is counting upwards, right? So if you want the progress bar to fill from left to right, and you're filling it with whatever is in the normalized timer value, in this particular case, right, the normalized timer value has to be counting upwards. Because if it's not, what happens is that you'll put the current timer value into there and shenanigans will happen. And it won't count correctly. So here, over in the code, because Godot's timers count downward, I'm going to describe it like this. The value of the gun's charge timer is calculated like this. Subtract the max value the timer can have. Nope, incorrect. Subtract the current time left on the timer node and subtract, no, damn it, there we go, from this creates a value that is going to go So, basically speaking, this is the way that it has to work. If you're filling a progress bar from left to right, and you're putting the normalized timer value as the thing that controls the fill for the progress bar, whatever that normalized value is has to be trending upwards. However, Godot timers they count downward and become smaller, right? So, Godot timers and using them with progress bars, that works perfectly fine if you are making a progress bar that starts full and ticks down. Then literally all you would have to do is time left over this max value, bam, done deal. Don't have to worry about it, and it's good. But that only wait, I need to minimize paint again. If I wanted this progress bar to start full and then shrink, the only thing I would have to do is have this one, the time left on the timer node, divided by the max value of the timer node, bam, it will count down on its own. Because the max value, right? Let's say that I have a timer that has like a max value of 3, right? And if the timer is counting down, I need to do this on paint again. So right? That's not the brush that I want. Okay. So, right? So again, Godot timers will count down. So that means that if I want a progress bar that is based on a timer and it is going from full to empty, that means that really all I have to do is the time left over the max value, and that gives me a progress bar that drains this way. If I want the progress bar to fill, on the other hand, I need to basically make sure that what's up here is counting upward. Because let's pretend here max value is 3, right? This means that the Godot timer, the time left would start at 3 and count downwards. And it would be over 3. So, right, 2.75 over 3, 2.5 over 3, 1.5 over 3, right? It's gradually counting down until we get to the point where, like, empties out. That's all well and good. If I want it to fill, however, I need to have that top number be trending upward. So, because of that, I have to take max value minus the time... max value minus the time left will actually basically give me the opposite behavior. Where what happens is, if the max value is 3 and the time left is 3, right? Let's do this as an example. And then we divide all of that by max value. Then we can get the progress bar to count upward. Let's demonstrate. If my max value is 3, my timer is counting down. I just started my timer. So my max value is 3, I just started my timer, the time left is 3. How much is that? Three minus 3 is what? Lol. Yeah, it's 0. Exactly, Kettle. So it would become 0 over 3, which is 0%, which means the bar is not full, right? On the other hand, if I were to then say, let's say the timer increases to some arbitrary ass value like, whatever. I'm going to do something that's like nice and easy, right? 1.5, right? My max value is 3. What is 3 minus 1.5? It's still 1.5, exactly. I know it's scary that I'm mixing decimals and fractions here, but bear with me. Just pretend this is pretend that this is a division symbol. Let me make our lives easier, and we'll do it like this. 1.5 divided by 3 . Why is it Math Night? Will I be graded? No. It's Math Night only because I'm talking about why the timer code works the way, why the bar filling code works the way that it does. That's the only reason why it is. I'm sorry. So, but 1.5 is what becomes left. 1.5 over a max value of 3, it's halfway, which means that it's halfway full. All of that is to explain this line of code. Now, can you do everything I just did without having to do a bunch of math? In theory, yes. The only reason why so much math is involved now is because I'm trying to make sure that if I'm ever in a situation where if I have to change this number, right? If I change the max value, all of this code will handle itself without me having to go somewhere else to go fuss with another line of code. That's pretty much it. So this is the way that I look at it. What happens when you bring math into programming, depending on where you're at with it, math and programming is just a way of making sure that you stabilize your code in certain aspects so that you do not have to sit and sweat over, God, I'm going to have to go back and remember to change this number in 12 different spots later. That's primarily what it's for. That is primarily what math is for, right? So I've done all of this nonsense now, right? I did all of that specifically so that when I let this thing rip, right? Off we go. Cursing out the math knowledge to optimize code, the sacrifice we have to make. Yeah, shaking my head. Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. But, and this is the thing, right? So this is what I'm going to reiterate here. You do not have to, like, all of the wild and wacky and complicated shit I just did, if you're like, dog, I'm just trying to make a game for the first time, man. I'm not trying to be out here sweating like that. Okay, then you don't have to. Literally, the level of complication that exists in my code, such as it is, only exists because I'm doing weird shit. That's the answer. That's the tweet. I enjoy your random math bits. Honestly, I like a challenge. That's good to know. I didn't know code could be kinky like that. Yes. My chat's full of gremlins. This is basically just kind of like the story of my life.
I mean, yes, I have tuned into one of your streams before.
This is true. You're one of the gremlins. That's right. How could I forget that? But you're not denying it.
I was going to tease you about it, but not while you're.
Damn.
Is that an invitation?
No, it's not. It's not. No, we're good. We're good. If I die on camera. Oh god, if I die on camera. Okay. Bind the timer's max value to whatever the variable be. Okay, cool. Now we can do something very simple. So if charge level equals 0, And then if gun charge progress bar node value is greater than charge threshold percent. I'm so scared to read that out loud. I'm so scared to read so much of that out loud. Because she'll hear and then I'm dead.
I'm here. I promised I would be good, though. There was explicitly a conversation about this before stream.
Mm-hmm.
You did. Well, technically, Sean summoned me. I heard. I'm afraid to read that out loud. Better believe I was in here like that.
Fine. Screaming, fine. I'm here. I'm good. Okay. Charge level stuff though. Basically, now that we have all that set up though, we can basically check against this to make sure that's not right. I want gd dot print a one. I'm done. Thank you for the shenanigan. Squishy.
You're welcome, babe.
Ah, lordy. Entirely fair. Alright, let's see. That's good. Let's go here. Reset charge. Alright. Oh. Damn it, I forgot to do this other thing. Charge level plus plus. Okay, hold on a second. We don't need that. I may have over-engineered that a little bit. Let's see. Okay. Which means, hold up a second. Oh, this is in the wrong. I put this in the wrong spot. That's why. Actually, no, that's not right. It should be. It is in the right spot. I just need to figure out how to get it to like. Okay, never mind. I did that wrong. I fooled myself. I forgot the way my own code worked for a second and what I was aiming for. Okay, there we go. So, here's where the math is going to pay off. Because that's happening a little too fast, right? So, you may have noticed, and I can just adjust this over here also, right? You notice how this says charge threshold percentage, right? It is now very easy for me to say the thresholds at which charging up your shot boosts its strength. So, right, here's where now we get a bit more control over this, right? Kettle, I'll pass the message along for you in a bit. So the only thing I need to do is make sure that this starts at where is it? Charge shot progress. Okay, cool. That starts at 0, right? So basically the main thing that we're running into is mostly that the timer is starting out at a maximum value already, right? Which is causing a little bit of an issue because of other reasons. So Okay, this was something I didn't want to have to do, but I think I have to. I have to do a thing where I have to like manually control the count, which I don't really want to have to do because it's much more convenient to have a gun charge timer node do it. But this is always 0 at the timer is stopped. Okay, so then let me make sure that so I deliberately want the timer to start over whenever I first enter the state, so that when I fire, okay, good. We just don't have an animation. But well, the animations exist, but I haven't animated them in yet. Oh, the auto animations so far are pretty cool. Yeah, they're the ones that I just like managed to manually animate myself in Blender at one point. I haven't touched them again in like a hot minute. So I just need to take a look at the animation player. And okay, cool. So I just need to, let's see. So base activate, oh, doesn't have anything in there. So let's see. Grounded, we'll do air. And then this should at least, the running animation won't work, the running shot won't work properly, but the ground one in the air will. Okay, good. Then we're just gonna do layers, node depth, animation finished plus equals. Here we're just gonna do void start. Yeah, and then do string. Change state machine dot change state name. Just to make sure that we can like actually transition out of this correctly and it looks right. Yeah, there we go. So if you notice, right, reset charge 1 is at 25% of the meter, charge 2 is at 100% of the meter. Reset 1, 2. Reset 1, 2. So that's why we've bothered with all this math, right? Because all we have to do now, if I feel like that charge time is too long, I'm like, nah, that's not right. I don't like that charge time. I can set this back down to 2. And maybe I make it so you have to charge 30% of the way to get a next level charge shot, right? Right? I can just adjust those 3 numbers, and now I don't have to change any of the rest of the code, right? And that is why I went to all the trouble of like putting forth. We were joking about it and talking about it earlier, but yeah, like optimization in the sense of like it is easier to make those adjustments by like messing with this stuff here, right? Make sure that we assign the animation finishing to a function so we can figure out which animation we're using. This one is going to look a little bit weird because the one thing that I haven't figured out how to do in Godot yet, that I'm not going to worry about too much yet, is I got to figure out how to do a blend between the upper body and the lower body. If I really want to like make it look super smooth, I have to figure out how to do an animation blend between the upper body and the lower body, and that is a little bit more work than I'm willing to try to figure out right this second. So we're just gonna go old school style. Okay. Done alert to make bread. If you end stream before I can say thanks for streaming. Thank you, Kettle. Oh, one thing I need to check. If no, just give me the if block without that. State machine dot current state equals. There we go, much better. Alright, good. Yeah, like the moving animation is going to be a little bit, a little off because I don't have any good way of like figuring out how to like do blends between. But yeah, like as you can see, the main thing that kind of like I see why. It's because the falling animation is taking over. So then let me make sure that it's like player script, right? So we're doing this just to make sure that like the attack animation doesn't overtake the falling one. At least not until we're done. want to make sure that I put that nice exception in, because if I did that wrongly, that would have caused some shenanigans. Let's see here. Jump. Mm, mm, mm. Oh, that's why. I can just do this. Let's skip mode that. Here. I'm trying to solve a different problem. Public void set landing flag. Script of this. There we go. Okay, one other thing we need to do. Over here. Override. State. If okay, so basically what I spent, hey Vinka, what I just spent this last little bit doing was just making sure that we're trying to make sure that when we land from this, it's supposed to transition over into landing, and it's not quite doing that the way that I would like, which means that here. That should fix that, I think. Yeah, there we go. Now we're good. Okay. So the moving one isn't going to look right because I don't have a way of animating the top part of the body and lower part of the body separately yet. I'm not going to worry about that for a while. The important part is that this stuff mostly works the way it's supposed to. The only thing being that these still get like sliding movement if you're doing that, which is also not right. But I need to figure that out in a minute. Okay, if this isn't doing anything, then why is this here? So, alright. Idle state, I need to go remove that reference because that's not doing anything, and it's just going to cause me trouble later. Here. No. Yeah, like if you're not doing anything, then you don't need to be there for that. Okay. Move. Player input skip mode. Dang it, where is it? Skip mode. Facing. There we go. Oh. Damn it. That's not right. I wasn't paying attention. It's player input script node dot. Incorrect. One last time. Player input script dot current directional input dot x. There we go. And we should do that. Just do. We just need to do real quick check to see if player script node dot. Now I can do this. Player script of that. Facing. There we go. If it has run in it, then you should be going in that direction. Still do that. If you're running, then you do that. Okay, cool. When we first enter the idle state, we can just be sure. Where is it? Player state idle. When we first enter it, we want to just make sure that change x velocity is just 0. So when you enter the idle state, you're not moving at all. Like you don't bleed momentum or anything. Go. Ah, damn, couldn't make it over. Jump over and down. Good. All right. So the whole point of doing all of that is mostly just to make sure this animates correctly. And now we can basically worry about like actually getting projectiles to show up. I wanted to like sit down and mostly get that stuff correct once we started getting into it, because like, you know, otherwise it's shenanigans. So, an object pool. Let's talk about that real quick, because I can probably start the code for the object pooling, but I may not get it done. So, what is an object pool, right? Let's talk about it. This is not math. So, every time you have to make an object, right? Or do something called like dynamically generating an object, right? The basic idea behind that is such that you are going to have to like instantiate the object, which is to say bring it into the scene or what have you. So bring it into scene, initialize variables, and so on, right? And so what winds up happening when you do that, especially if you have a lot of objects to do that with, and you're doing that dynamically, as your game gets bigger, this becomes more impractical. So with an object pool, you do all of your instantiation of all of the objects you're ever going to use for whatever pool you're using it for. You do it at the start, and then whenever you need another object of that type, you just call it out of the pool, right? I'm gonna at least start the backbone for it probably tonight. I haven't done it in Godot before, so I'm gonna mostly base it off of what I was doing in Unity, and we're gonna hope that it works. I think we need probably another node 3D. We're gonna call it, or no. Yeah, because it needs to have a location, and regular nodes don't have a location in space. Or, no, that doesn't matter, I don't think. I don't think we need this one to be a node 3D. We just need to be like a node. So we're gonna say object pooler. And then I'm gonna come over here into the scripts. We're gonna do system stuff. I'm gonna do create script object pooler. That's CS. Okay. And all we need to do really is like packed scene pooled object. I need to export that. Packed scene you're going to be using as part of the pool, right? Int is pool size. In this case, I'll just say 20. How big? Whoops, I forgot I had this still up. How big this pool is going to be. Ready? What we're going to do. Oh, right. Hang on. Wait a minute. Does Godot have a... Okay. Okay. I'm getting a couple of different actual conflicting sources here. So what I'm going to do for right now, I'm getting a couple of sources that are saying things like, even with C# you don't need to use object pooling. So for now, forget it. I'm going to leave it out. Let's just get a basic projectile up and running. Let's just do that instead. And then if it turns out I need to pool something later, then so be it. But let's not worry about it for right now. So I don't need this node. I am going to need this. All right, need change type. So I'm gonna need. Nope. Yeah, I'm gonna want to. Yeah, so this is. It's just projectile. I need a collision shape 3D. Shape 3D. Collision shape 3D. Cool. I need to create a shape resource for it. We'll do a sphere. Alright, and then add child node, mesh, instance 3D, mesh, new sphere mesh, and then all we need to do for the sphere mesh over here is I don't need to custom ABB is nope. Second, I just want to to be a little, like a little shape, little torpedo. That's the wrong 111. First of all, damn it, Godot. I just want you to be. Cool. That's all I wanted. Call this scenes, entities. This is just a projectile. collision shape. We just need to make sure that we shape this accordingly, I think. I don't want a sphere shape because that's not really accurate. So we're going to do a box shape instead, and then we're just going to resize the box shape here to fit what we want. 2. Yeah, close enough. So, projectile. Cool. We got that now. Now here, using tack, I'm going to need exported variables. Export, packed, scene, projectile, packed, scene. Okay, yeah, the only hard part now is to make sure that I actually put okay, make local. Now the hard part is making sure that I get this into the right. Yeah, because basically now the tricky part is getting the projectile to actually spawn at the right position. Welcome back, Cosmo. I'm just sitting having a think for about a thing that I wanted to handle. Because I was like, I'm gonna do this thing, and then I immediately did not think very carefully about where certain parts of this thing now have to go, which means that it is time to do the thing that ideally I don't want to have to do, which is magic numbers. Magic numbers are never really a good thing. I prefer not to do them if I don't have to. So let's see here. Equals. Wrong one. Come on. Equals. Yeah, it'll come later. Yeah. Okay. Right. I just need to use like a position 3D node for right now. So here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna come over here. We're gonna put it under here, under the armature, because I would rather do it here. Add child node, position. A second, I just need to figure out where. It's one of these node 2Ds that I cannot remember for the life of me what the hell it is. Joint light. There we go. Marker. That's what I wanted. Marker. Yeah, I need a marker 3D. There we go. I'm gonna just use this marker 3D as the point at which we spawn the projectile. Execute projectile spawn. Or really realistically, I could put it under the attack state. That's what really makes more sense. So projectile spawn point is okay. I'm gonna export another variable here. Export. This is marker 3D projectile spawn marker point. We're just gonna do projectile spawn marker point global position, and then Time to go dig into Shoot Lancer code real quick because I forgot how to do this instantiation. So I'm gonna go do it on the back end over here where y'all can't see it because I forgot how to do that. It's been a minute since I did it, and I forgot specifically the way that I did it in Shoot Lancer in such a way that it avoids problems. Go projects, Shoot Lancer. We're gonna do scripts, layer. Nope, wrong one. Script states, layer states. I'm just gonna open it in Notepad++. I'm not trying to like do all this other stuff. Oh right, I forgot. Like weapons have their own thing in here. Scripts. Hit it with Notepad++. I am so happy that I sat down and commented most of this together because I would be super annoyed. So we just need to build this again. Over to pack scene. Quick load. I need projectile. Spawn point is this one. Alright. Let's go. It's not going to travel anywhere. It's not going to do anything. I just need it to show up. Good. Ah, there we go. And that's the rub. It doesn't move with us down here. So we need to actually put it here. And I think that's the only way to make sure that it moves with us. Yeah, there we go. And that's fine. It shows up where it's supposed to. So, good. Mesh instance, 3D. Go. Then the collision shape, we just want to stretch that out a little bit. We're going to do 5. Alright, good. I should also probably make sure that it's rotated to face the same way. Alright, then let's give it a go. Okay, no, don't want to actually rotate it that way. That is not the way that we want it. So we'll do this. So projectile. Oh, that's why that doesn't look right, because I didn't scale it along the right axis. Haha. Ain't that funny? I made it stretch sideways instead of front ways, so I need to do this, basically. Which means that this was fine at 2. And that means that this collision shape needs to be 1, 0.5, 2. I forgot that Z was forward. There we go. Ah, hell. Why upsetty? What did I do? $125. Okay, hold on. Okay, why are you getting upsetty? Okay, it's getting upset about something. I can't tell. Condition is inside tree. Oh. That might be why. No? Okay. Oh, why are you angry? Why are you angry? Let's see. Okay, hold on. Hey Cal, what's up? Let's see. 126. Time to go throw an error into condition is inside. Condition let's see. Okay, so let's not do that. There we go. I think that's it. Let me see. Yeah, that's why. I wasn't paying attention. I did that incorrectly. That should fix it now. My move when I see all cuties know you. Okay, cool. Now the only thing I need to do is make sure that the position of that also. Okay. So in process, we're going to say that actually no, that's not right. It should be hopefully that should do it. Because the projectiles won't do anything, but I would like them to at least. Okay, good. It's not turning around and it's causing problems. Okay, no, then I actually had it right the first time, and the Z position needs to be or instead of keeping continuing to guesswork it, I should just transform and see. Okay, no, it is the Z position. I do it 3, then it turns backward. So yeah, and this is the local position. Okay. So no, this code was correct. There we go. Much better. Okay. Night, Stubby. +1. So. Believe. I believe. Believe. Unpause it. Good. That is what we call an absolute victory. Give me a hype in the chat. Y'all already know what to do. Celebrate. Let's celebrate. This is the news that I like to hear. Why is that not updating? I don't like that. It makes me nervous. Okay, so you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. I've been trying to do it dynamically. Here's the way that we're going to do this. And we got the Deckers too. Look at that. Congratulations, babe. That's good. Find you somewhere to put that up. Doesn't matter if you sell it. Doesn't matter if you never sell it. You did the thing. You should be proud of yourself for that. Holy shit, I did. You got my good luck charm. Y'all have my good luck charm. Hey! We take those. Let's see. When is the next ad going to start? I think next ad is near. We're almost. Yeah, next ad is gonna be at in 2 minutes. So I'm gonna see if I can mess around and get the projectiles working one last time. But we're about to get ads in 2 minutes, and then once ads are clear, then we're gonna go figure out where we're gonna hang out next for the evening. Okay, so that works correctly. Okay, no, so I have to do the global position of that. Just the global position. Based on global position that has to shift based on. Okay, so then I have to do it this way. Almost had it. Yeah, doing it at the offset's not good enough. I'm gonna have to just... Start soon. I'm gonna give this one last shake to see if I can fix it. Project smaller point dot. Shit. Only problem is that for whatever reason the facing is changing. Congratulations. But since I didn't say it, I think I did call for a hype, but let me say it directly. Congratulations, Cal, on getting the boss clear that you wanted. Okay, let me see here. Oh, is this one of those things where because I have the math all janked up, it's not? I realized it a little bit too late. Because of the way that I have my models set up, there's a very distinct possibility that, damn, I thought that was it, but not quite. Basically, there's something where the facing isn't updating correctly for certain parts of this. So what's happening is that because the facing isn't updating correctly, Excuse me a sec. Sorry about that. That slipped out. So the projectile spawn point, right? Y'all can't see it. I need to move this over in the actual window. Hold on. Gonna test window capture. Set it. So, okay. So, over here, I know the value's a little hard to see, but there's a value that's supposed to change. Yeah, so basically the value of the projectile's actual the value of the projectile variable's position is supposed to change accordingly, but it is not doing. It's not doing that the way that I would like it to. And that's causing other problems. So this value right here is supposed to flip between negative and positive depending on which way I'm facing, and it's not doing that on time, which is causing the projectiles to not fly, like fire and appear in the right direction. But that is a problem for future Sean to solve, because we've hit like a solid 3 hours and 15 minutes, and your boy must depart TM. So future Sean can have a fight with me about it, but he can fight with me about it, but the main point is that we got mostly a couple of things done, and that's going to have to be good enough TM. Alright, let's find somebody to hang out with. Information stuff. Links. Thank you for the stream. Yeah. I'm gonna raid us into somebody in a minute after I do my usual spiel of stuff. So game analysis and design articles, I do that on NeoCities now. I've written 2 articles about Vice from the King of Fighters 15 because Snake Arm's wife is like in my brain. She's in my walls. Go read that. There's an RSS feed on the main blog page so that if you want to keep up with that kind of stuff, you can do it through that. Past game design posts are over on Medium. At some point, I'm going to figure out how to like port some of my good stuff from co-host over also to the blog. I need something that reads not Medium posts better. I need something that reads co-host posts better so that I don't have to like squint my eyes through like a really single long line of like exported text to try to figure out what's what. It hurts. Stream VODs are up on YouTube. Ko-Fi if you want to support me in the stream but don't want to give money to Amazon and Jeff Bezos. You can do it over there. I keep $4 and change out of like a $5 Ko-Fi sub. So I prefer it over Twitch subs if you have to pick one or the other. Their own anonymous gifting for the stream in whatever fashion you so choose, whether that's like getting a thing outright or contributing money to like silly Kamen Rider 01 progress keys for like stream redemptions or whatever, or like stuff for helping me organize my apartment or whatever. My card has all my social media links. I'm mostly active on Blue Sky these days. If you want to know more about Munity, which is the game dev co-op that I helped co-found, and now you can actually see it in the stream chat over there. Over there. Right. You can go to immunity.games and go check that out. We have a Patreon. You can join free or paid. That gets you into our Discord, where you get to see stuff about what we're doing and where we're going to be at and how things are going. And then if you want to play Shoot Lancer itself, you can go over to our itch page and get the prototype. And it's pay what you want. Then last but not least, Gilded. If you don't mind like making a Roblox account that you will never really have to use for anything except Gilded, you can join us over there. We watch anime on Saturdays. We watch anime on Saturdays. We kind of chat, chill, and do other stuff otherwise. And there are occasional like things that I'm going to do that I let people in Gilded know before I say it on stream, just for like, sake and all that. So, who are we gonna hang out with? I'm gonna tell y'all as soon as I find out who. Nightbot, don't say it twice. I already did that. Hush. Okay. Important mod documents. Who are we rating? At least 2 or 3 of these people are off, and I'm gonna have to. If Shark doesn't get to it, I have to update this at some point, but that's fine. I will deal. That is a deal with it. That is a deal with it later. Twitch.tv. Let's see. No, we went to go visit Nimbly recently. I know that much for sure. So, no, Nimbly was last Friday. That much I know, because that was fighting games. So Nimbly was 1, 3, 1, 1, 1. So these two come off the bottom. 5th, I don't remember if we went to go see on the 5th. I think it was. Might have been Chris 1 on the 5th. Takes Shinkensu off because. Okay. So I know we went to see Chris 1 at some point. It was either last Wednesday we went to go see him or on Sunday. I don't remember which day it was, but I know we went to go see Nimbly recently, so we're not gonna go check. We're not gonna hang out with her. We saw her recently. You know what? Sure. Since we were working on a platformer, I'm gonna go hang out with somebody that's playing a platformer. An old friend of mine, T5, literally TTTTTSD. T5 makes it easier. Currently, they're playing like a Super Mario World hack. I don't know what the hack is called, but it's a good time. It's a good time with him. He's super goofy. It's pretty chill. So we're gonna go hang out with him. Raid call is as always SJ shows raids. Please use your favorite emotes. They don't have to be my emotes, just make sure that they're appropriate. Don't be weird. Behave yourselves. I say this with love. I know that y'all that y'all will in fact behave yourselves. But as usual, behave yourselves. Just use good emotes for the raid. They don't have to be my emotes. Stream schedule. Friday is fighting games, 6 p.m. Eastern time. It's probably KOF again because I'm just vice pilled. Let's just be real. I'm vice pilled. We're just doing it. Maybe it'll be Street Fighter as part of it if I feel like it, but like Vice is right there. Let's just be real. Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, is more SMP Nocturne. And the next Wednesday, if Secret Game is in a position where it is looking ready to stream, then it'll be that. If not, Power Core Busters again. Thank y'all for coming by. Stay safe, wash your hands, wear a mask, get your shots, don't go outside if you don't have to, text them to each other. But not to bigots, racists, terrorists, sexists, anti-queer folks, or Zionists. Black Lives Matter. Trans rights to human rights. Reproductive rights to human rights. Palestine, Sudan, Congo, New Caledonia, Haiti will all be free. None of us are free till we're all free. Look out for each other. Do what you can to look out for each other. It doesn't have to be a lot. It's not really about like trying to save the world. Just look at who's vulnerable around you and do what you can to, help them out. All right, that's all I got. Have fun with T5. Deuces, y'all.